Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. The Raven. Once upon a menagerie, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of some one gently rapping at my chamber door. "This is some visitor," I muttered, tapping at my chamber door. "Only this, and nothing more." Ah, distinctly I remember it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished tomorrow, vainly I sought to borrow my books her case of sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before, so that now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "This is some visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. This it is, and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer. "Sir," said I, or "Madam, truly your forgiveness I implore, but the fact that I was napping, and so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door, and I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into that darkness peering, long stood I there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was broken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken was whispered the word, "Lenore." This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, "Lenore." Merely this and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, soon again I heard a tapping somewhat louder than before. "Surely," said I, "surely that is something at my window lattice. Let me see then where thereat is, and this mystery explore. Let my heart still a moment and this mystery explore. This is the wind, and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter when, with many a flirt and flutter, in there stepped and stately raven of the saintly days of yore. Not the least absence made he, not a minute stopped and stayed he, but with mind of lord and or lady perched above my chamber door, perched upon bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore, "Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou," I said, "art art art sure no craven, ghastly grim, and ancient raven wandering from the night ashore. Tell me what thy lordly name is on the night platooning shore." Quoth the raven, "Nothing more." Much I marvel this ungainly fowl to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little reverency bore. For we cannot help agreeing with no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing bird above his chamber door, bird or beast upon the sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on the plastic bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour, nothing farther than he muttered, not a feather, not a feather than he fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as my hopes have flown before." Then the bird said, "Nevermore." Startled at the stillness broken by reply so boldly spoken, Doubtless, said I. What is it? Utters, it is its only stock and store, caught from some unhappy master, whom unmerciful disaster followed faster until his song's only burden bore, to the dirges of his hope that melancholy burden bore, or of never, nevermore. But the raven still beguiling all my fancy into smiling, straight I reeled a cushioned seat in front of bird and bust and door, then upon the velvet sinking, I betook myself to linking fancy unto fancy, thinking what this ominous bird of yore, what this grim, ungainly, ghastly, gaunt, and ominous bird of yore meant in croaking, nevermore. This I sat engaged in guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fowl whose fiery eyes now burn into my bosom's core. This and more I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining on the cushion's velvet lining that the lamp lit gloated over, but whose velvet violet lining with the lamp lighting gloating over, she shall press, ah, nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim whose footfalls tinkled onto the tuffled floor. Wretch, I cried, thy God hath lent thee, by these angels he hath sent thee, respite, respite and nepenthe from thy memories of Lenore. Craft, O craft this kind nepenthe, and forget this lost Lenore, quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, rather tempter sent, or rather tempest toss thee here ashore, desolate yet all undaunted on this desert land enchanted, on this home of horror haunted. Tell me truly, I implore, is is there is there balm of Gilead? Tell me, I implore, quoth the raven, nevermore. Prophet, said I, thing of evil, prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by the God, by that God we both adore, tell his soul with sorrow laden, if within the distant Eden it shall clasp a sainted maiden whom the angels name Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden whom the angels name Lenore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Be that bird or sign of parting bird or fiend, I shrieked, upstarting, get thee back into tempest and the night's plutonian shore. Leave no black plume as a token of of the lie that they shall have spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak out from my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, nevermore. And the raven, never fleeting, still is sitting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door. And his eyes have all the seeming of a demon's that is dreaming, and the lamp lit over him, streaming, throws his shadow on the floor, and my soul, from that out from out that shadow that lies floating on the floor, shall be lifted, nevermore. And scene.